early today. This is Mr. Blackhammer 2021 making another podcast video. Going to do my review on what happened last night on Monday Night Raw. My video is sponsored by Solomon the Sound Off, Fight for Pro Wrestling, Post Wrestling, the Wrestle Talk podcast, JD from New York, the Dan Tony Show. I got more on the way, so hit that like button, leave a. Hopefully this video can be maybe 40 minutes or an hour. We'll see. We're going to talk about what happened on the show. There's a lot to talk about. As you guys know, Triple H gets his show back. Triple H Night by Endeavor. Good riddance, Vince McMahon gone. Vince is out. Triple H is in. New champs earn their respect. There's a lot on this show that I will be talking about. As for NXT, tonight we have a Super Tuesday, Super Review with NXT and AEW going head to head. Tuesday Night Wars. We got Edge, we got Bryan Danielson, Saraya, Cody Rhodes, John Cena are gonna be on SmackDown. I mean on NXT. John Cena gonna be in the corner of Carmelo Hayes, and Paul Heyman will be in the corner of Braun Breaker. Oscar versus Roxanne Perez. A possible Undertaker maybe on the show. And Cody Rhodes has an announcement. So it's a big show. Now they also announced at the same time that NXT will have a 30-minute no commercial. Same thing with AEW. So both shows are gonna have the first 30 minutes without commercials. So it's gonna be tough having to switch channel to see what can happen in both shows. I will do a review on it to see how the shows are, to see what's gonna happen. It should be very good. Hopefully it's temporary, but it may be permanent. I think AEW may be on Tuesdays. It's not on Wednesday tomorrow. It's on Tuesday. Now we do have, as I said, Vince McMahon is out. Endeavor gives Triple H full power of creative. Vince out Triple H. Vince McMahon moved from WWE. As you guys know, Endeavor reportedly ignited Triple H and gives him full creative control over WWE, seemingly pushing Vince McMahon out on his role. Is it time to celebrate yet? Also, Brian Pillman Jr. gets his name changed in WWE, and in NXT Tag Team Finals able to become free agents. I will talk about that earlier, but let's talk about what happened on Monday Night Raw, which I thought was a very good show. Been a long time since this show means something that mattered. With Triple H in charge and his team, Monday Night Raw is the most interesting show. SmackDown getting better, NXT getting better. I'm so glad that Triple H took control. Now I'm not sure how to start this show off. Now the show opened up with Seth Rollins coming out, Drew McIntyre coming out, and they set up a map for Crown Jewel. That's 3.5 weeks on November 4th in Saudi Arabia. Drew McIntyre and Seth Rollins for the World Heavyweight Championship. So they come out here. McIntyre asked for a title shot. McIntyre has been like a tweener on that Raw. We don't know if he's gonna turn heel or not. Hopefully he does. If he's gonna be feuding with Seth Rollins for the world title, he should turn heel. Hopefully it's not a one-up and they continue this feud. But anyway, after that we got McIntyre. So after that, McIntyre stopped Priest from catching in on Rollins. Because after they got done talking, Damian Priest came out, beat up Seth Rollins, and he called out Judgment Day. He called out Dominic to bring the briefcase. McIntyre stopped him. He headbutted Dominic, drew the briefcase up on the ramp, and it hit the screen. And then Rollins came back and took out Priest out of the ring. It wasn't too bright for Priest to do that. I think we're coming close to Damien Priest casting in and becoming world champion. It may happen at Crown Jewels, maybe at Survivor Series. It looked like that they're setting that up. It looked like that they're setting up Damien Priest. Priest could cast in. Maybe Priest will be the next guy to feud with Rollins. Because since they lost the tag team title, what is Priest gonna do? And how long will Damien Priest be champion? He's only teased it on Seth Rollins. He hasn't teased it on Roman Reigns, which I hope we see him on SmackDown. Hopefully. Um. Anyway, I thought it was a very good match. I mean, I'm not good match, I'm sorry, but that was the opening of the show. And then after that, the second match I thought was very good was Kofi and Ivar in the Viking Road match. This was also the best match on the show. A very good match. Crowd was invested. They were behind both guys. We did hear rumors and plan to put Ivar as a singles. I think now this feud with the Viking Raiders and they have been very good. The matches have been great. They've been getting over. They've been putting on bangers. And if the reports are true with Ivar getting a single push, I'm all for it. Because we don't know how long Eric's gonna be out. He's still out with an injury, so we don't know when he's coming back. But why not give Ivar a single push? How about giving him a match with Gunther? Oh my bad, hold on. This really is Ivar. So yeah. Then we get the Judgment Day highlights. They were upset about JD Madonna. Pre with choking JD Madonna after we got the commercial. I'm kind of surprised that Finn Balor's upset after Finn Balor was the one that brought JD in the group and trusted them. Now this entire segment, they did announce a rematch for next week for Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso to face Finn Balor and Damian Priest next week for the Undisputed Tag Team titles. And they told JD to prove yourself. So he wrestled Drew McIntyre tonight. That's not for JD because he's not winning. And Rhea Ripley says she can't go handle her business with with the woman in the locker room. She also had a stare down with Shayna Baszler. I actually liked it, and this is teaser toward the clearly they are setting up Wargames. I think this time coming about JD Madonna. It looked like it. After that we got a segment. Wait, I think that was late in the show, I think. I forgot like which one goes in order. I forgot like which one is supposed to go in order. Or maybe it doesn't matter. I forgot. I think somebody go in order. Or did they? Like, no, it probably doesn't matter. Trying to see if they run in order. No, it doesn't matter. I don't think they run in order. I forgot. I could have sworn that I'm only one in order here. Priest with angry JD Madonna. Seth Rollins confront Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre been a tweener lately. He also didn't like that Drew McIntyre hadn't been helping people get attacked. Today he stopped Damian Priest from catching in, and but didn't when Priest was beating him up. But he stopped Dominic from catching in. I actually like this because obviously Drew McIntyre wants to go after the world title. He wants to be Seth Rollins. He didn't want Priest to catch in. He didn't want those shenanigans to help him. So I just thought it was great. We also got a backstage segment with Xia Li and Becky Lynch. Xia Li been off TV for months. When's the last time she was used? I can't remember when the last time she was on TV. I think it may have been a few months ago. I think back in January. But I'm so glad that Triple H is in charge and we're seeing new people trying to get over. We did get Shinsuke Nakamura attacked Ricochet. Now Ricochet attacked Nakamura backstage. And since they attacked Ricochet, now they are gonna have a match next week in a Fall Count Anywhere. We also got Piper Niven confront Natalia. That match had been set for next year. I mean next week. Next week on the season premiere, my bad. Next week on the season premiere. Piper Niven and Natalia. Then we got Imperium attack DIY. I'm so glad that Johnny Gargano was on TV, Champ was on TV. They were interviewed by Wade Barrett. They cut a pretty decent promo. Imperium attacked them. I think this match will happen. It hasn't been confirmed for next week, but I think it will happen. That's a good tag team I'm looking forward to. That's a perfect feud. It's a way to get DIY over. Now, I did like this segment. I'm glad that we're seeing new people that Triple H brought in, people who are trying to get over. We saw Kaden Carter and Katana Chance. It looked like they could be setting up a tag team with Piper and Chelsea. We also got they also showed a video package for Tegan Knox, her history in NXT, her being injured in 2018, coming back and fighting on NXT. I'm glad they showed that. She's also been getting some decent reactions. There's a lot of story, a lot of teasers, a lot of hype, people trying to get over. I love this. This wall was great. We also had Drew McIntyre confront Jey Uso, saying that he gonna strike. He planning to go after Jey Uso. So clearly that's being set up. And then we get Drew McIntyre and JD McDonough. That happened earlier that happened I think in the middle of the show. This match went 4 minutes. I would like they gone 10 or 15 minutes, but this match went 4 minutes. Drew McIntyre won. Of course he's gonna win because Drew McIntyre is he's getting his title shot against Seth Rollins at Crown Jewel, so he's not gonna lose. He has to look strong. Except for JD McDonough. I think the guy really improved, but he wasn't beating Drew McIntyre. I mean, you thought he was going to win with Dominic being out there? No. Also, we got Raquel Rodriguez and Nia Jax. I think this was the second match on the show. This match went about, what, 6 minutes? This match was okay. Luckily, Nia didn't botch anything. Nobody died. Nobody was injured, thank God. Watching the Nia Jax match, I could not give a shit. But this match was alright. The match ended in a DQ because Rhea Ripley came out and attacked Raquel and Nia because she said she wanted to get her women's division straight. So she came out there, she attacked them, and then Shannon Baszler came out, and they had to stare down. They had to stare down. Yeah, cause they had to stare down. Yeah, and here's right here. Baszler stand tall after brawling Ripley, Rhea, and Nia Jax. They could be setting up a fatal four-way at Crown Jewels. Now, next week on Raw season premiere, they're going to do Rhea Ripley and Shayna Baszler. I'm looking forward to that. I think they may do a fatal four-way because this is the second time that we had a brawl with all four of these women. So I think they will do a fatal four-way at Crown Jewels, and Rhea should be on the pay-per-view. This is Saudi Arabia, so she should defend it on the pay-per-view. It'll probably be a fatal four-way. Should be a good match. Um, Like I said, Nakamura attacked Ricochet before his triple threat match with Bronson Reed and Chad Gable. So Ricochet was injured in this match. Bronson Reed won the triple threat match, a very good match, a good performance by Bronson Reed. He earns an Intercontinental title opportunity. It will be big. Bronson Reed versus Gunther next week on the season premiere for the Intercontinental title. That's a good match. That's what I'm looking forward to. And it's happening next week. I was I was hoping it'll be on pay per view. I've been getting kind of disappointed with Gunther's. I love Gunther. I think it ran is phenomenal. Gunther is the top champion in WWE right now, besides Roman Reigns. It's not even Seth Rollins. Gunther title is more important, more interesting than Seth Rollins. Gunther is the champion. I was hoping he would defend it on pay-per-view because he didn't defend it at Fastlane because they gave the match with Ciampa last week on Raw. And Chad Gable, that was on Raw after Payback. I was hoping he would wrestle Reed at Crown Jewel since this is Saudi Arabia. Maybe it's set up for a rematch. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. I'm looking forward to it. I know some people say, Gunther is gonna win. Obviously, it can be too predictable. Bronson Reed's not winning. I understand that, but I don't care. This is to see what Bronson Reed can do. Doesn't get Bronson Reed over, and have these guys absolutely kill it. Bronson Reed hadn't done anything on the main roster besides wrestle the same people for months now, Nakamura and Ricochet, and then he's going back to wrestling 2 minute matches, just having squash victory. Like last week he beat Cedric, that was pretty sloppy. So I'm glad that we're gonna do something with Bronson Reed, build him up, and make sure people take him seriously, and try and get the guy over. Hopefully. So I'm looking forward to that. This will be a great match next week. Now I do think that we are watching Gunther's masses. Again, it will be great for pay-per-view. Maybe it could lead to that. We'll have to wait and see. Now Xia Li wants an NXT Women's Champion for Becky Lynch. They may do that next week. Yeah. Wait. Oh. As I said earlier, Impact Gargano and Ciampa during the interview. That was a great attack. This might be next week on the show. I'm looking forward to it. Ricochet, Nakamura, Fall Count Anywhere. I already talked about McIntyre disposing JD McDonough. Becky Lynch and Tegan Nox was a very good match. This match went about 15 minutes. Like I said, they showed the vignette and the promo leading up to it, talking about Tegan Nox and her history in NXT. It was a very good match. Tegan Nox was over. She also had a decent reaction. It was a very good match. I'm 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 at the excited about Becky Lynch being champion. She's putting on bangers and giving new people an opportunity. I don't mind these open challenges on Raw. Now, her being NXT champion, now she's gonna be on NXT tonight. Who's it gonna feud with? She's already beaten Tiffany Stratton, so who's it gonna feud with next? It was a very good match. Um, we did get Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso. They came out to their match tonight. They came out. Michael introduced. He also was interviewing Cody Rhodes during this segment, talking about him. Is he still gonna finish the story? Now Michael Cole is great. It was a great interview. Michael Cole is a great commentary, great interview where he's been doing great. What he's doing. I thought he kind of buried Cody Rhodes here. I talked about how he won the tag team titles. That's more important than finishing the story. How he came this close, and the crowd reacted to it. Um, now this segment led to Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn coming out. For some reason, Sami Zayn came out to his old theme. He came out to that generic trash theme song. He came out. Sami Zayn even announced that in the promo, saying that, "Oh, I haven't heard that one before, but I haven't heard that theme song. I don't know why. I think someone back they pressed the wrong button, the wrong theme song, because during the main event when Sami Zayn came out to his entrance, he had his original theme song. So that's weird. But anyway, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, they challenged Jey Uso and Cody Rhodes tonight in the main event for the tag team titles in a very good match. Um, Now Kevin Owens came out and said, "I still don't trust you." Now, this all led to Kevin Owens trusting Jey Uso. It led to Kevin Owens trusting Jey Uso. It was a very good match. I think the main event started around at 10:25. They went about Actually it went about 15 minutes. If you count the entrances and the promos and the commercials, they went about 15 minutes. A very good match. This was a pay-per-view quality match that could have been on pay-per-view. They could have been on pay-per-view. Now Kevin Owens forgives Jey Uso. Wargames team assembled. I think for Wargames next month at Survivor Series, it's gonna be Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, Jey Uso, and Cody Rhodes against the Judgment Day. And this time, it may be about trying to get. It may be about Jay Madonna. I think Judgment Day should win. You want to build them up and take them seriously and get them over. I don't think the babyface need it. I think Judgment Day should definitely win. So, I'm looking forward to that. I can't wait for that. All right, now hold on. That was 4 minutes ago. I didn't know that. BC Amplified. Now, he's also going to talk about Monday Night Raw. And AEW goes head to head with NXT brand. Triple H and Tony Khan trying to one up one another. Yeah. They already announced Seth Rollins and Drew McIntyre for Crown Jewels. Now let's talk. Let's see what JD from New York will talk about. All right, hold on. I just realized that Jay Cardell wasn't even. Jay Cardell came to the main walkthrough. We saw her at Fastlane on the pre-show, but she wasn't here on Monday Night Raw. Even though the reports said that Jay Cardell was gonna be on Raw. Where is she? Is she gonna show up? Is she gonna be on NXT or SmackDown? All right.
Joining me on your Monday nights, wherever you may be. It's whatever one I want to play, man. It's my fucking show. Okay? Don't tell me anything is wrong here, man. The thing that's wrong with you is the fucking chat. I make close the fucking chat down, to be quite honest with you. I ain't in the mood for any of you guys. Honestly. It's not the wrong answer. We'll fix it tomorrow. Monday Night Raw, man. Monday Night Raw. Listen, man. Long-term booking.
Yeah.
Long-term booking is the way to go, man. How many times have I told you long-term booking is key? Absolutely. Absolutely, man. Triple H is cooking on Monday night. Now, with the news that some of you might not be aware of, Ben, some of you, get Nick out of the chat. I'm going to get Nick out of the chat. Nick, you're not even a VIP, bro. Get the fuck out of my chat. Get out of my chat. You're a fucking clown. You are a clown, Nick. You can yell all you want. It's still the wrong one. There's nothing wrong here, man. It's my fucking show. You want your own intro? Go start your own show, man. Triple H is cooking tonight, man, with the news you might not have heard. The news that Triple H is now completely in charge of WWE Creative. We will be doing a separate video on this topic tomorrow, but I have pretty much set you guys up for what we're going to be talking about over the last several weeks. It is clear as day what is going on here, man. It is clear as day who is booking the show, and it's not Vince McMahon. Now, Vince McMahon still may be the ultimate power in the company, but apparently Endeavor is trusting Triple H to do the job that needs to be done.
Yeah.
And it is plain as day who is running the ship right now on Monday night, man. We are getting old black and gold NXT on Monday night. If this show was 2 hours, this would be a fucking fantastic show on Monday night. It's the only thing holding it back right now.
Yeah.
It's the only thing holding it back. 3 hours is still a little bit too long, but even then, at 3 hours, we're still getting a consistent show that has not really felt like the old Monday Night Raws, man. You could tell that there is a vision. You could tell that there is consistency. You can tell that there is an end goal in sight when you watch these programs develop and these stories develop on TV, man. I love it. I absolutely love it. This is the first time in a long time that I've actually been excited for Monday Night Raw.
Yeah.
And for all the geeks in the internet wrestling community, like Nick, I want to see how many people say, "Oh well, JD, he hates WWE, man." No, I don't hate WWE. I just hate Vince McMahon. Oh, but Triple H was always in charge. No, he wasn't. You could tell who books what and who does what. It's very easy to tell. I think I've set you guys up to know what the differences are between Vince McMahon and Triple H. Tonight, we got Crown Jewel, and we got Survivor Series. Survivor Series is shaping up to be Wargames. I do expect next week on the season premiere of Monday Night Raw that we will have the entire Wargames situation laid out. Because Friday, Triple H is going to be making an appearance on SmackDown, and I do think that Triple H will be announcing that Survivor Series will be Wargames. That's just my honest opinion there. It's a prediction. It is a prediction that Triple H will be doing the announcement for Survivor Series and making it Wargames for a second year in a row, which is a great deal. Why hasn't he announced Wargames already? Well, because Vince McMahon didn't want to do Wargames this year. They would have announced Wargames if Triple H was in charge for the last several months, which he was not. So now that he's got some stroke of power, he's going to bring back Wargames for a second year in a row. I hope you guys understand that. Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso, who apparently were drunk or stoned or both at the Fastlane press conference, the media scrum. Everybody was ranting and raving about their antics at the post-show media scrum, while Steve Fall of the, I don't know what publication he's with, whoever he's with is a fucking disgrace, asked about Taylor Swift, and Triple H kind of buried him. We got Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso against Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens, tag team titles on the line, and this was a very good main event tonight, which had implications for Wargames. What you saw tonight in the main event are the 4 baby faces that will be teaming together. The handshake and the hug from Kevin Owens to Jey Uso is going to lead to all 4 men teaming up in Wargames against Judgment Day at Survivor Series.
Yeah.
That's the men's Wargames match that is going to be taking place. And I like it. I like it a lot. A lot of people were like, well, why does this match make sense? it does make sense 100%. You know, two babyface teams. I know the crowd was a little torn on who to cheer for, being that all four guys are babyfaces. But it made sense in the story because Kevin Owens needed something to happen to where he can trust Jey Uso. And he earned his respect at the end of the night. Now they can focus on taking on Judgment Day, and now they can focus on vanquishing Judgment Day once and for all inside Wargames. It's very simple.
Yeah.
It is very simple. I don't know how anybody doesn't understand that, honestly. I thought tonight what they did in the main event was very good for a Monday Night Raw main event. I was looking forward to taking this match and really dissecting it. I said it at Fastlane that one of the stories coming out of them winning the tag team championships from the Judgment Day at Fastlane, Cody and Jay, was how that was going to transpire to Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. So that's exactly what we got. Triple H didn't really waste any time telling that story on Monday night, and we got that in the main event, and that is now squared away because we're going to need that squared away before we get to Wargames. So I like that for sure. So that was a very good main event tonight in the closing segments of Monday Night Raw for the Tag Team Championships. A lot of people were wondering why Shinsuke Nakamura didn't win the WWE World Heavyweight Championship at Fastlane. I don't know what the fuck you guys were expecting, man. Nakamura was basically a buffer between now and WrestleMania. They needed a heel so that Rollins could really get those wheels moving before he moves on to something a little bit more important going into WrestleMania season. We'll be there before you know it. So we beat Nakamura twice. Triple H is going to try his damnedest on reheating Nakamura up as he now is embarking on a feud with Ricochet, which I don't hate, but we've seen it 1,000 fucking times before. But Seth Rollins, he's got a new challenge ahead of him, and that challenge is Drew McIntyre. I like it. I like it. The little subtleties in McIntyre's heel turn, the little, turning his back after he basically said he wanted Rollins 100% healthy, only to walk away as Damian Priest was beating the shit out of him in the beginning of Monday Night Raw. I like it, man. Drew McIntyre is a low-key prick. And you got to appreciate that level of prick in Drew McIntyre, man. It's all coming together. And I like it. I like it a lot. And I think that could be a very good match. I don't think Drew's going to win the championship, but I think that could be another great buffer for Seth Rollins and the World Heavyweight Championship, because right now he is certainly feeling like a secondary champion on his own brand, and he's the world champion. Gunther is the champion of champions on Monday night, and Seth Rollins right now is looking at a third-place title with the World Heavyweight Championship. Not good. Not good. But I do think that feud with Rollins and McIntyre is really going to take the World Championship to, I don't want to say the next level, but it's going to be better than whatever we got with Nakamura, for sure. Because Drew McIntyre is just a completely different performer compared to Shinsuke Nakamura, and he's much more, I would say, TV-friendly if you want to build a feud with. I think they thought, I thought they did a great job with Nakamura, but he's not Drew McIntyre. I think that's going to be a great feud for both, but I don't expect Drew McIntyre to win the World Heavyweight Championship. Speaking of Gunther, he's got a new opponent lined up for him next week in the form of Big Bronson Reed. Absolutely, man. I love it. I think this match is going to be fucking great. Now, I know a lot of people are looking at this match and thinking, well, Bronson Reed's not going to win, so they're positioning him to lose. How is that going to be good for Bronson Reed? I don't give a shit what they do in that match. I'm here for it, and I don't really give a shit what they think. Bronson Reed's going to be put over even in defeat, because the match is going to be an absolute fucking bang. And you know those guys are going to go out there.
Yeah.
Chad Gable's not ready yet. Ricochet is not there. He's been there, done that. There's nobody else really in that hunt for the IC title but Gable. But right now, Bronson Reed is going to be a nice buffer for Gunther as he beats him and then moves on to Chad Gable. Chad Gable is still going to get his, and it's going to happen when the time is right. That may be Survivor Series. We'll see what happens. But I thought Monday Night Raw tonight was an excellent show. Stories are being built. You see a lot of the cast of characters that we have not seen on television now making their way to television. Tegan Knox, DIY, Candice LeRae, Casey Catanzaro, Kaden Carter. A lot of different people are on TV now. Indy Hartwell. A lot of different people are on TV now where they were not on TV, and there's a reason for that. And that is a good reason. We even saw Xia Li tonight challenge Becky Lynch for the NXT Women's Championship. I mean, tell me that Vince McMahon's not in charge without telling me Vince McMahon is not in charge. Xia Li. When was the last time she got fucking screen time on TV?
Yeah.
Nobody even remembers. How many matches has she wrestled on the main roster since being called up? I could probably count on one fucking hand. Monday Night Raw is feeling different. Monday Night Raw is the best WWE weekly program right now out of NXT and SmackDown. They're doing a great job at telling stories. They're doing a great job of making the show feel different. Triple H is doing the best that he can to not make the show feel like it was the week before, man. We're getting fresh matchups. We're getting new people, new faces on TV. How can you not appreciate that? I wish the crowd was a little bit better tonight.
Yeah.
But not every crowd could be, a New York crowd or a Chicago crowd. But I thought Monday Night Raw did an excellent job tonight, and they have been doing an excellent job at building the show to make it feel a lot better than it did. And we're going to get into everything that happened tonight. I want to thank you guys very much for joining me here on the podcast for this Monday night. Follow me on social media at JD. Just perked up. I'm like, here we go. Business is about to pick up. Drew entered the ring, and Seth says, let me guess, you're not here to party and drink some cold ones, huh? So, he said Drew probably wanted a title match. That's why he was out here. Seth said he just wanted a night to celebrate. Yes, McIntyre shook his head. Yes, I want a championship match. He's a fighting champion, so he'll go get ready for a fight. Drew says they can still celebrate tonight, even if he declares he wants a world title match. But he said someone probably will jump him. He says he wants Seth as close to 100% as possible. And then he said, I think we should do this at Crown Jewel. Seth asked if he's really not out there to jump him and really wants him at 100%. Seth says he's not used to his challengers conducting business in this professional way. Seth said Drew doesn't have to leave. He said the party is just getting started. He says he was once in a band, so he knows how to party. Nobody wants to talk about that band, and nobody wants to go back to Drew McIntyre being in that band. Nobody. Awful. Drew says he has business to take care of, but if anyone sees him in Omaha after the show, yeehaw! I'm gonna go drink in Omaha with Drew McIntyre. What is there to do in Omaha? What is there to drink in Omaha? Milk? They're gonna go milk a cow? It's not cold. Give me a break. Seriously, what is there? What is there? Omaha, I could see Omaha being a decent whiskey city.
Yeah.
Mate. I don't know. I've never been to Omaha. You won't catch me fucking dead in Omaha, man. Jesus fucking Christ. Omaha. Who's going to Omaha? So if you see him after the show in Omaha, buy him a pint and a shot. Sure thing. Seth said, suit yourself. He then got the fans to sing his song again. Omaha steaks, yes. Yes. I don't need to go to Omaha for a good steak, though.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, Damian Priest attacks Seth Rollins from behind, and my ears perked up again. I'm like, are we getting a cash-in here on Monday Night Raw, man? Is Papa H gonna start Monday Night Raw off after Fastlane with a bang and wanted a new championship. So Drew's walking away. Damian Priest is attacking Rollins in the ring. Clearly, he wants a cash in. That's why he conducted this attack. And Drew McIntyre's watching this, and he turns his back on Seth Rollins, and he walks away. He walks away. The man was literally just in the ring, and he wants Seth Rollins at 100%. He just literally told Seth Rollins he wants him at 100%. Walks away and doesn't do anything to help him while Damian Priest is attacking him and beating the shit out of him in the ring.
I know, right?
So he's walking away. I love it. Drew McIntyre is a nasty, nasty prick. Gotta love it. So he's walking away, and Dominic Mysterio comes running out with the Money in the Bank briefcase. Drew McIntyre is still walking up the aisleway. He puts his arm out, and he stops Dominic from advancing to the ring. Dominic is like, well, we're going to cash this in. We're going to cash this in. And Drew McIntyre says no. He headbutts Dominic Mysterio. He takes the fucking briefcase and throws it up in the air so fucking high that I thought a wide receiver was going to set to catch it. It hit the Titantron. It fell down to the ground on the stage. It opened up. And McIntyre thwarted a Money in the Bank cash-in. Now, I got a very serious question. One that would serve to be a large logic gap. Why wasn't Damian Priest in possession of the briefcase when that is his property? Dominic Mysterio was holding the briefcase as if Dominic Mysterio was set to cash in the fucking briefcase and win the world championship. Why wasn't Damian Priest out there with the briefcase? So I posed this question on social media, calling out how stupid it looks. And then I get the geeks online who don't think I watched Fastlane and don't think I know what happened at Fastlane with Damian Priest's leg and Rhea Ripley. I got the geeks online. Well, Rhea Ripley, she took the briefcase from Damian Priest. Okay. And what's your point? She took the briefcase last night during Fastlane. This is Monday Night Raw now.
Exactly.
You mean to tell me that Damian Priest didn't get his briefcase back after the show was over? Rhea Ripley took it and left with it? They didn't travel together?
Mm-hmm.
This is how stupid people are, man.
Yeah.
Oh, but Rhea Ripley took the briefcase.
But
That's Damian Priest's briefcase. You mean to tell me that when the show was over, she didn't give it back to him?
I know, right? It doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense. Damn.
My God!
I know, right?
Who makes Rhea in charge of the fucking briefcase? It's Priests. She didn't want him to defend, or she didn't want him to cash in last night because of the knee. Fine. But that was Fastlane. This is Raw. You would think that he got a good night's sleep and thought over a plan and devised this plan. And tonight he attacks Seth Rollins. He wanted to cash in, but the briefcase is on fucking Dominic Mysterio in the goddamn locker room. I don't know how this made it past quality control, man, but I think all the geeks online who wanted to complain, oh, well, Rhea Ripley took it from Priest. Did you watch Fastlane? Yeah, I watched Fastlane. Clearly, you're a fucking idiot who can't think logically and has no sense of common sense. I don't like logic gaps like that, man. It makes the show fucking stupid. It tells the fans that they're fucking stupid when I ask questions like that, which is logical and human. Then you get a reply like I got several replies like I got on Twitter. Dumb. Absolutely dumb. It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal, but I'm just calling out the stupidity of it. That's all. And I like to make people look stupid. I live for it. So, that was basically it. That was basically it. Rollins, he did fight back, and Priest and Dom sat at ringside, frustrated with this now lost opportunity. It wouldn't be a lost opportunity if fucking Priest came out with the goddamn briefcase. Clearly, there was a plan for him to cash in because Dominic ran out with it.
Yeah.
If there was a plan for him to cash out or cash in the briefcase, why didn't he run out with it? Kofi Kingston and Ivar. And Ivar may be my new favorite wrestler on Monday night, man. How beastly is Ivar? Ivar is doing it big on Monday night, man. There is a rumor going around, I don't know who reported it, that Ivar is going to get a singles push on Monday Night Raw. It is not difficult to see why.
Yeah.
It is not difficult to see why. I think that would be fantastic. I wonder how badly injured Eric is, because the Viking Raiders are going to be so much better off when Eric comes back because of what Ivar has been doing on Raw. This feud with the New Day has kicked ass, man. Love it. Just two tag teams just battling it out on Monday night, man. What more do you want? Ivar versus Kofi. Ivar versus Xavier, man. Imagine if Big E was ready to go. We'd be getting Ivar versus Big E. Viking rules match. We've had a handful of Viking rules matches, and every one of them have been fucking great. I love them. I think they're great. They're nothing more than a Falls Count Anywhere match, but, you know, it's disguised with the theme of Vikings. There's shields and whatever Viking paraphernalia that is around ringside. There's shields on one apron. There's a line of shields on the other apron. Some great stuff. Normally, if WWE wants to get adventurous, the front end of the boat is usually kind of attached to the ring. We didn't get that here. I was kind of disappointed. That was a staple in the last two Vikings rules matches, man. And we didn't get that tonight. I guess the budget didn't call for the ass end of the boat to be attached to the ring tonight, man. Might have been overkill for Papa H tonight in Omaha. Imagine bringing Vikings and a fucking tail end of the boat to attach to the ring, man. You got the ring looking like a Viking ship out in Omaha, man. They wouldn't know what the fuck is going on. All they'll be worrying about is how they gonna milk the cows and count the eggs that the chickens hatch. The fuck do they know about Vikings in Omaha? Anyway, this was a great match, man. This was a great match. We got Ivar kicking Kofi right at the bell, and they went right at it, man. Brutal stuff here. It was a nice spot in this match, which I'll get to, man. Absolutely brutal by Kofi Kingston on Ivar. So, Kingston, he is out there in kind of relaxing gear, man. Like basketball shorts and like a hoodie, a light hoodie like mine. He's out there wrestling. And he used the flagpole to bring Ivar down with a Russian leg sweep off the ropes. Kingston goes for his typical SOS. Ivar hit a spinning slam for a 2, then a sit-out powerbomb for a 2. Ivar's on the top rope. Kingston yanked him. This is the spot I'm talking about, man. He's on the top rope, right? They're on the apron. Kofi's on the apron. Ivar's up top. He grabs Ivar by his long beard, and he tosses him off the top rope by his beard through a table down below on the outside, man. Absolutely ridiculous spot. Table is shot with the weight of Ivar. So all of a sudden, Valhalla ran through, and she starts beating up on Kofi Kingston. She leapt on Kofi. Xavier Woods runs out from the back. I don't know why Xavier wasn't out there. Who the fuck was Xavier Woods? Valhalla's out there in Ivar's corner, but Xavier Woods, I guess he was playing his Nintendo Switch or something, man. Yo, listen, Kofi, give me a second, man. I gotta get to this safe point. I'll be out as soon as I can, bro. Where the fuck was he? Starts running out there. He couldn't hit her because she's a woman. Woods ducked the charge. She went over the timekeeper's barricade. Ivar then squashes Woods like a bug with a running cross-body block into the barricade. Kingston tried for trouble in paradise, but Ivar caught him and gave him a power slam through a corner table. He rolled over on his back. Ivar goes up top. Big moonsault for the 1, 2, 3. I wish I could have seen more, honestly. But we got a last man standing match last night with Seth Rollins and Shinsuke Nakamura. I guess they didn't want to do too much here, man. They didn't want to go overkill. But Ivar continues to be impressive. Ivar continues his string of singles wins. And his run right now, man, one of my favorite things about Monday Night Raw, it's on the minor scale of things to some people, but to me, this run has been tremendous. Because nobody expected it. Nobody expected it. This is a prime example of giving people that normally under Vince McMahon would have never been given an opportunity. And he's killing it because he was given a fucking chance to go out there and wrestle. Imagine that. Giving someone like Ivar a fucking opportunity to get over. And now look at him. You got somebody that nobody expected as a singles guy that could be somebody that wrestles for an intercontinental title at one point. Imagine that. You know, gone are the days. I don't really get it. You know, all because Eric is on the shelf doesn't mean Ivar's got to sit on the shelf either. Ivar didn't get hurt. Eric did.
Yeah.
If this was Vince McMahon, Ivar would have been taken off TV and we wouldn't have seen it for weeks, months. Not Triple H. He's like, I got a big guy here that could be doing fucking moonsaults off the top rope, 300 fucking pounds, giving me bangers with Kofi Kingston. We're putting him on TV. Fuck it. Great.
Yep.
Excellent stuff, man. Very, very impressed by Ivar.
Yeah.
He beats Kofi in 12 minutes. Viking rules. Kicked ass.
Yep.
Byron Saxton. He asked Shinsuke Nakamura to comment on his performance at Fastlane. Nakamura didn't answer. He didn't answer because Ricochet ran in and jumped Nakamura, attacking him, and they had to be broken up, or they had to be broken up by officials and backstage crew. So this is the next feud for Shinsuke Nakamura. Ricochet charged in, attacked Nakamura, called him a son of a bitch. Officials held Ricochet back, and Nakamura ran away. They got to do something to heat him up. Again, Ricochet looks like he's going to be the recipient of a Shinsuke Nakamura loss. Or win, I should say. He's going to be on the receiving end of a loss. Nakamura is going to be on the receiving end of a win. Raquel Rodriguez. She made her way down to the ring, and I don't know why she's still smiling, man. Raquel Rodriguez Gonzalez. The fuck are you smiling about? What are you smiling about? You're in the ring with Nia Jax. There's nothing to smile about here.
Exactly.
Never seen someone so smiley, man. Meanwhile, everything around them is nothing to smile about. Your tag team partner is out. You don't got the women's championship. You lost to Rhea. Now Nia is trying to get your championship spot to take the title off of Rhea, which should be Raquel's. That's what Raquel should be focused on. Meanwhile, she's out there smiling. The fuck are we smiling about? She makes her way out there. She goes one-on-one with the irresistible.
Who can?
I don't know what's so irresistible.
How long is
Nia
this match?
Jax against Raquel Rodriguez. What happened here? Did anybody watch this match with eyes wide open, man? I don't know. I got notes here. Was it good?
Not really. The match was okay. It is what it is. It wasn't what I wasn't paying attention because I don't give a fuck about Nia Jax. Who wants to see a Nia Jax match?
Can anyone tell me if it was good, man? Well, did we watch a Nia bang here tonight? Probably not. Jax went up for the middle rope. She went for her annihilation. Time we get there, we're going to get a mix or a mishmash of matches. We're going to get Rhea versus Shayna next week.
Oh, wait, hold on.
Gave Ripley a back suplex and a run. Packed her as the crowd cheered. Rodriguez went after Rhea Ripley, but Rhea Ripley dropped her with a headbutt. All of a sudden, Shayna Baszler ran out, and we got Shayna Baszler out there, and she's going at it face to face with Rhea Ripley. They argued. Baszler and Rhea Ripley argue. Baszler gave Ripley a back suplex and a running knee. Nia Jax retreated up the aisleway and watched everything that happened from afar. And that was basically it. Looks like we're getting a four-way at Crown Jewel. Because the more women on the show, WWE makes that much more of a difference in Saudi Arabia, man. But by the time we get there, we're going to get a mix or a mishmash of matches. We're going to get Rhea versus Shayna next week. Then we'll get Raquel versus Shayna. And then we'll get Rhea versus Nia. None of this is interesting to me. If you can't figure that out by now. None of this is interesting to me. And I don't know how it's interesting to anybody, really. Rhea Ripley seriously needs some opponents. It's not Raquel. She's nowhere near ready. It's not Nia. Boring. And it's not Shayna. But in the Shayna Baszler narrative, WWE is pushing Shayna Baszler as a single. This tag team bullshit that she was doing with Zoe Stark, who hasn't been on TV, don't know why, don't know where she is. You would think that Triple H and Shawn Michaels love Zoe Stark. Maybe she's hurt. I don't know. Maybe she finds her way back to TV soon. But you can see with Triple H running the ship, how his influence is now spread to Shayna Baszler kind of being moved away from the Zoe Stark pairing, which was obviously a Vince McMahon idea. Oh, these two women have no charisma. Let's pair them up. Oh, I got no idea what to do with them. Let's pair these two women up. And now she's going on a singles run, and you start to see that old NXT Black and Gold Shayna Baszler come on out. And that's something that I'm interested in seeing, because if you guys remember, who did Rhea Ripley win her first NXT Women's Championship from? It was Shayna Baszler.
Yeah.
Several years ago. It was like the last NXT show of the entire year that year.
Yeah.
So they do have a history. And I do like that.
Yeah.
And Triple H knows that because he booked it.
So hopefully they tell that story. I would love to see a big feud with Rhea and Shayna. They have a lot of history. Shayna Baszler deserve to have a single one. No more of the tag team bullshit. No more teaming up with Nia Jax or Ronda Rousey, Natalya, Zoe Stark. No more. She deserves a single one. I have her in the Rumble. If she booked right, I would love to see that, because it's someone new, and WWE really derailed Shannon One on the main roster when she came to WWE and lost to Becky Lynch at WrestleMania. That took away her momentum and really hurt her puss. And then she was in a tag team with Nia Jax. That was a disaster. Then Natalya. I'm no player for Shayna. Then she was in the team with Ronda Rousey. Then they ended that at SummerSlam. So hopefully, this is a one for Shayna.
This is great stuff.
I love it.
It's not really great stuff, but I like the history. I like the showdown between two women that do have history. Raquel and Nia, I could do without. But it looks like we're setting it up for a fatal four-way at Crown Jewel, because that's what WWE does, man. That's their narrative. The more women on the show, the bigger difference they feel like they make in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
Seth Rollins approached Drew McIntyre backstage and called him out for not saving him from the attack, but decided to stop a cash-in attempt. I'm glad that Rollins called that out, because it was very apparent on what Drew McIntyre was doing, man. He wants to pretend to be a nice guy, but in reality, he's a... And Drew is going to do what's best for Drew. There's nobody that should believe Drew McIntyre wants Rollins at 100%, man. The old Drew McIntyre wants Rollins at 100%, not this new Drew. Drew said the reason why I stopped the cash-in tonight against you is because it affects the entire locker room. He says if it doesn't affect his business, he doesn't get involved. Judgment Day. He went on to say, if Judgment Day cashed in on you and Damian Priest won the World Championship, Judgment Day is already the hottest act and the most powerful act on the show. You want the bloodline all over again? Look at what they did for the last, 3 years with you-know-who was champion. I do not want that to happen on my watch, on my show with the Judgment Day. I love it. It's great. Logical reasoning why Drew McIntyre did what he did. He's a prick. He doesn't want Rollins at 100%. He wants to pretend like he's a good guy, but then he stopped the cash in thinking that Rollins is going to look at it like, oh, yeah, he did really help me. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. Drew only wants the title for himself. He wants to be the one to take the title off of an injured Rollins. Great shit. Great shit.
Yeah, it does make sense.
Now, right now, it's a slow burn. McIntyre, to this casual audience, is still a babyface, but you see the heel turn working, and the wheels are in motion. This is one of my favorite things about the show. When he turns heel completely, it's going to be great.
Yeah, he deserves it.
Jackie Redmond. She was backstage with Shayna Baszler and asked Shayna for a comment on everything that's going on with her and the other women. Baszler said she's the baddest wrestler among them, and nobody gets away with sneak attacking her. She's going to get pushed because Triple H is a big fan of Shayna Baszler.
Yeah.
We go into hour 2, and we'll get into the Michael Cole, Cody Rhodes, and Jey Uso segment of the show. I want to thank you guys very much for joining me, man, with our cold beverage at the end of the show for last call. Michael Cole, he was in the middle of the ring with Jey Uso. Jey Uso makes his full entrance. Michael Cole then introduced Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes made his full entrance. Whoa!
Yeah.
Cody got to do 2 woes.
Yeah.
It's no longer 1 woe, man. He's now dragging it out to 2 woes. So, Michael Cole said he got goosebumps watching them win the World Championship on Saturday night. He said Cody brought Jey to Raw less than 2 months ago, and now they are the tag team champions. He asked where this massive responsibility of defending the titles all around the world in front of the greatest fans on the planet leaves his original plan to finish the story. He says he's seen the documentary on Cody Rhodes, and they've talked candidly, personally about it. He asked if he's content with defending the titles, the tag team titles. He asked if he perhaps doesn't want another shot at the undisputed title because he failed the first time, and he's nervous about coming up short again and letting everyone down again.
Yeah.
Cody said, well, Michael, you made a good point about how proud he is that he and Jey won the tag team titles. Cole said, that's great, but I need an answer to my question. You got to love when Michael Cole gets very pushy, man. Michael Cole asking the tough questions out here. He says he's had an incredible year so far and came so close to winning the WWE Undisputed Universal Championship. He said it was like his dad coming close. Is that going to be your story? Cody looked at Michael Cole and pondered the question, and all of a sudden Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens walk out. They come out to Sami Zayn's old WWE theme, the boring one, the one that has no life, the one that is very generic, done by Def Rebel.
Yeah.
I don't know if this was a rib on Sami Zayn. I don't know if somebody fell asleep at the wheel in the production truck. I don't know, man. They played Sami Zayn's old theme. They didn't play his good one, his NXT one. He came out to his heel music. That's what it was, his heel music. Maybe they're trying to tell us something without telling us something, man. Maybe it's a foreshadowing that Sami's going heel, or Sami and KO are going heel. Sami then brought up the fact that they played his wrong song. Well, I haven't heard that song in a while. That's all right, though. He says he has a story to talk about. Said him and KO ended the longest reigning tag team champions at WrestleMania. Said Cody and Jay beat Judgment Day for those titles. So that is the story they're talking about right now. He says he came out there to sincerely congratulate them for their win. He looked at Jay and says they've been through a lot, and he's happy they have won those championships. He said he really means it, but it also gets complicated and messy because he has mixed emotions. He said he can't help but feel it should be them holding the tag team titles. Owen says he doesn't have mixed emotions about it. I'm just not happy that they have those titles. I'm going to call it like I see it. That's why we all love Kevin Owens. He says he doesn't care how hard they work to win them. He wants the tag team titles back. He said he'd love to challenge them to a title match tonight. Owens said he knows they won't agree to it because Jay can't handle the thought of losing those belts again to us twice. Kevin Owens with some mind games that riled up Jey Uso, which then prompted Cody to say, you know what? Listen, we're all friends here, and you're wrong, KO, because we do accept. We do accept. KO left the ring satisfied, and Cody says they can do it tonight, and they all shook hands on it. Tag team title match, official. Two babyface teams, official for the tag team titles in the main event of Monday Night Raw. I like the fact that Michael Cole brought up the fact that Cody won the tag team championships. What does this mean about you finishing your story? They brought it up because now it is not only a reason that we're going to see Cody kind of cross paths with Roman Reigns and Jay cross paths with his brother on SmackDown. This is going to be their meal ticket to getting over to SmackDown. Now, on a normal week, they don't need the tag team championships to go to SmackDown because WWE swaps talents from show to show at any given moment. They break their own fucking rules every single week. They didn't need the tag team titles, but at least in story, now they can officially go to SmackDown and cross paths with Roman and cross paths with Jimmy and finish the story there and get them over there to tell the remainder of the story going into WrestleMania.
Sparkling or tap?
Yeah.
Thanks, but we brought our own
come on.
filtered water.
Dad.
Hey, Kelligan, we think about your water,
Hold
so
on.
you don't have to.
Hold on. Do the
One
commercial.
app you need to be on it.
I can save on streetwear, vintage, and Y2K.
All right, here we go back. Yeah, so as I was saying, but even though they didn't need the tag team titles, I said this earlier, Cody and Jay are transitional champions. They will not have a long title win, and if they do, it's gonna harm Cody losing momentum, him going into WrestleMania and finishing the story. So Cody and Jay are transitional champions. My question is, who they drop the titles to? And what are they gonna do going to Crown Jewels? Crown Jewels is your side show. You can't leave Cody Rhodes off the card, so who are they gonna face? Judgment Day again? They're facing Judgment Day next week on Raw. So who are they gonna face at the pay-per-view? And I'm already counting down. I'm already counting down the days and weeks of them being champion and then they'll lose the belts. Now I hate how they just hot potato the title. That don't make any sense. We'll have to wait and see.
So at least that makes sense. But I like the fact that they brought up that Cody still needs to finish his story and that it should not stop because he finally won championship gold in WWE with Jey Uso. There are still little aspects of the story that are outside of the finish the story narrative of Cody. Is everybody going to start trusting Jey Uso?
That is a question. Maybe Jey Uso will be the reason that they lose the titles. Or maybe, hopefully, we get Roman Reigns on SmackDown this Friday and he'll say something about this. Maybe he'll tell Jay and Solo. Maybe he'll tell Jimmy and Solo to call getting called the tag team titles and not leave them to SmackDown. Because they can't go to SmackDown. And as JD said, that the WWE break the one rule. People go to SmackDown all the time. Last week, they were on SmackDown. Last week, they announced that they'll be on SmackDown. So I don't think they need the tag team titles. And they're a makeshift tag team. Give it to a real tag team like the Judgment Day, Build Up DIY, have them take the title. They should be mega over.
Can Jey Uso be trusted? I don't know. Does Cody truly trust Jey Uso himself? We know KO doesn't. Sammy trusts Jey. Sammy loves Jey. But Sammy also wants to take team titles back. So Judgment Day's probably in the back. Hey, we're feuding with all four of these guys. You know, let them go kill each other. It'll be easy pickings for us to win the tag team titles back. That was also another aspect of the story. Then you got Cody and Jey, tag team titles going over to SmackDown. How's Roman going to look at that? What's going to happen with Jimmy? Is Jey setting up Cody to join the bloodline again so that they eradicate Cody and make it easier for Roman? There's a ton of different things that I'm thinking about. But I like the fact that they brought it up because a lot of people started asking the question. They started poking fun at it. I think Cody finished his story. He just won the tag team title. That's the only story people care about. That's the only story people want to really invest in. That's Cody finishing his story. I just hope that they know how to get there.
Yeah.
Because it does still seem like they're biding their time.
Yeah.
Right now, it's all about Wargames.
Yeah.
Let's get through Wargames and see how Cody starts the wheels in motion to finish his story. Bronson Reed. He interrupted Chad Gable. He was getting psyched up for his match by having Otis chop him in the chest. Bronson Reed says he's getting nowhere near the Intercontinental title as long as he's around because he beat both of them. He told Gable to tell his daughter not to watch tonight because it'll be another heartbreaking loss. He walked away and Otis told him to hit him again. Gable then yelled, "Thank you." Loving the Chad Gable singles run on Monday Night Raw. It's great stuff. He's going to make a great champion when the time is right. My iPad is malfunctioning, man. I'll get into it second. How he won this match. Bronson Reed, I thought that they would do it at Crown Jewel, but in fact, they're doing it next week. They're doing it on the season premiere of Monday Night Raw. Gunther versus Bronson Reed for the Intercontinental title. Now, what is a season premiere? WWE doesn't have any offseason. It's only something to really give them a themed show. I think WWE has a themed show next week on NXT. So they want to have two themed shows going into next week alongside NXT. Don't know. Maybe. WWE doesn't have an off season. They don't air reruns. So normally this is the lingo when the new fall schedule and the new fall season premieres, the new fall shows hit the networks. And WWE thinks that they got to get in on that. And more people are going to be interested if they hype something up behind season premiere. Should be a good show, but it's not a season premiere.
Exactly.
Bronson Reed beat Rick.
And what's so good about this season premiere? I don't get the point of this season premiere. How are they gonna change the water? Season premiere? I mean, first of all, we just had a draft a few months ago, back in April. Shouldn't they start the season premiere after WrestleMania? Because after we have changed it, after we have debut, big return, new storyline, people being elevated. But that didn't happen. Last year we had the season premiere, and wasn't that much. So why have season premiere?
Ricochet and Chad Gable. Gable suplexed Ricochet onto Reed on the outside of the ring, which looked pretty cool. After a small commercial break, Bronson Reed hoisted both men up and dropped them with a Samoan drop. Ricochet gave Gable a springboard crossbody and standing shooting star press for two. Ricochet then superkicked Reed, and Gable gave Reed a very, very nice looking German suplex. Gable put Ricochet in an ankle lock, but Ricochet slipped out, hit a jumping knee strike. Gunther's not going to lose the title to Bronson Reed, and Bronson Reed's going to go in there after looking so dominant over the last few weeks, to ultimately lose to Gunther. I don't really find this to be a problem.
Just forget.
I don't.
This is a build up.
This is not the type of problem that I want you guys to be worried about. If I was worried about it, I would say so. If there was something to worry about, I'd call it out. Honestly. The reason why I'm not upset about this is because Bronson Reed going into next week, he's going to bring Gunther the fight of his life.
3 minutes.
And Gunther is going to make Bronson Reed look so fucking good in defeat that Bronson Reed, at the end of the match, though he will lose, he will still look like he gave Gunther a fucking shot at losing the championship.
Yeah.
Bronson Reed may be the one guy that brings Gunther to the closest he's ever been to losing that championship. And as far as I'm concerned, if that does happen, then Bronson Reed did his job, and Bronson Reed is going to look stronger in defeat.
Yeah.
It's a very simple thing. Clearly, J.D. McDonough was going to be on the receiving end of an L here because McIntyre is the new challenger for Seth Rollins, and he's not going to be losing matches at all. McIntyre no-sold a couple of J.D. McDonough's chops, launched him in the air with a big back body drop. Rude to hear it, and then he comes into frame, he smiles and says, yeah. I love it, man. Those skits crack me the fuck up. Love it. That's when you know times are good.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't know. WWE having to rebuild her basically from fucking ground zero.
Yeah.
If there was a below ground zero, it would be Tegan Nox. I don't like it. It's going to be a very difficult task for WWE to rebuild Tegan Nox. It is.
Yeah, because she's been on TV for all these months. She's been on main event a few weeks ago. Now she's getting TV time. And they're trying.
Match was good. It went almost 15 minutes. They got plenty of time to tell their story. I'm glad that they gave these ladies a couple of minutes because this match has been 3 weeks in the making.
Yeah.
Something happened in the first week. Becky got hurt. The match had to be delayed 2 or 3 different times. At one point, they replaced Tegan Nox with Natalya. That wasn't a Triple H decision. Becky Lynch, she missed a dive off the apron, collided with the barricade early on. Nox followed a count.
All right.
TV for 2 years. That harmed her growth in a very significant way. And it's not going to happen overnight. It's not. Looking at this head on, I don't know how you look at this match and see that it did anything for Tegan Nox. Nobody gave a shit. The crowd was dead silent. There was not one fucking ovation in this match. Maybe when Becky won, and that's it. Very, very, very lukewarm and weak reaction. But is it a start? Yes. A start to what? I don't know. Now, the Natalya thing, you could see what Triple H is doing here. You could see what Triple H is doing. He put Tegan Nox in a match with Becky Lynch. All right, I like this woman. We've called her up. She's wasted away. She's way too good to be sitting in catering. Let's get her in there with Becky. Let's... Titles. Gunther versus Bronson Reed for the Intercontinental title. Rhea Ripley versus Shayna Baszler, non-title. Ricochet versus Shinsuke Nakamura, false count anywhere. And Natalya versus Piper Niven. Vince McMahon never laid out an entire Raw a week in advance.
Yeah, that's 5 matches.
Goes to show you where Triple H and his team are compared to Vince McMahon and his team.
5 matches on this show for next week. Cody and Jay and Judgment Day.
Moving on here, man. Main event. Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso defending the tag team championships against Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn came out to his regular theme music this time. Fans were singing along like they should. Tag team titles, we got the introductions. It felt big. A lot of people were like, well, 2 babyface teams. What are we doing here? Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn already let Jey Uso and Cody Rhodes know that if you beat Judgment Day, it doesn't matter who wins. We're coming after our tag team titles and we want the first shot. They've already laid down the challenge. They don't care who the champions are. Yeah, they may love Cody. Yeah, Sami may love Jey. But it's all business. They want the tag team titles. So Rhodes and Zayn started the match. Chops back and forth. Zayn shoved Rhodes. Rhodes shoved him back. Jey and Owens get in there. They all argued. We got a commercial break. very quickly, right to commercial break. After the break, Jay tagged himself in. He went at it with Sami Zayn. Jay got the better of the exchange. Owens then tags in. Owens and Jay go at each other. The action spills to the outside. Rhodes tried to get involved, so Sami went after him. They all brawled, and things were getting out of control here. Owens tackled Jay over the announce desk. Rhodes and Zayn went at it. I thought there was going to be a DQ or a count-out. We go to another commercial break. So we get 2 commercial breaks in the first, I would say, 7-8 minutes. Back from break. Owens hit Jay with a senton bomb for 2. Owens and Jay exchanged super kicks. Jay hit consecutive super kicks. Owens dropped him with a clothesline. Rhodes and Zayn tagged in. And Rhodes, he was obviously doing the hot tag, babyface hot tag. Rhodes hit a power slam. Cody cutter. Goes for a cover, gets a 2 count. They counted each other's signature moves. Zayn hit Cody with a blue thunder bomb. He goes for a cover, gets a 2. Zayn hit an exploder into the corner, which it looked like I thought he was going to drop Cody on top of his head. He went for the haluva kick. Rhodes popped out of the corner and hit him with a beautiful looking crossroads. Owens breaks up that cover of the crossroads. Rhodes set up for a pedigree. Zayn hit a back body drop. They both tagged out. Owens and Jay are in. They exchange strikes, and they were going at it very physically. Jay hit a super kick for 2. Owens avoided an Uso splash, kicks Jay in the gut. Stunner, goes for the cover, tries to win the titles, and Cody breaks up the cover. Zayn wiped out both guys on the outside. He took out Cody and Jay with a big flip dive. Owens tried for another senton bomb, but Jay got his knees up. Jay hit both Owens and Zayn with super kicks. Cody joins in with a double super kick with Jey Uso. They laid Zayn out with a crossroads. Jay and Rhodes gave Owens their combo 1D Cody cutter, and Jay pinned Owens for the 1, 2, 3. Cody and Jey Uso retain the tag team championship. Very good main event. Surprised we got it so soon. Very good main event. After the match, Zayn shook hands with Rhodes and Zayn. Owens shook hands with Rhodes, hesitated before embracing Jay, and he held Jay's hand up in victory. Jey Uso has now gained the trust of Kevin Owens, and that was the story of the match. Not only was it that they wanted the tag team titles, but Owens needed something. He needed to know, can he trust Jey Uso? And at the end of the match, he did. He let his guard down, he raised his hand, and he trusts Jey Uso. Hard-fought match. They got the better of both he and Zayn. And now, the other aspect of this is that what you watched tonight, as all 4 baby faces embraced after a hard-fought tag team title match, you're looking at the babyface team going into Wargames against Judgment Day. Simple. I love it. Great stuff. There was a lot to like about Monday Night Raw, man. They did a great job tonight. Stories are being built. Crown Jewel has a main event already, or at least a World Championship match on Monday Night Raw. We know Roman's going to be there. Roman's going to be in the main event. Crown Jewel is taking shape. Monday Night Raw next week is taking shape. We got the Judgment Day and their storyline. What's going to happen with McDonough? Damian Priest now is itching to cash in. Rhea's talking to Drew. Drew's a prick. What is his relation with Judgment Day now? He wants Rollins at 100%, but then walks away and turns his back on Rollins as he's being attacked. Then we got the DIY situation with Imperium. Rhea Ripley wants to get everybody in order in her division and take out everybody. There's a lot to like here, man. Gunther and Bronson Reed. Monday Night Raw has been a very good show.
Yeah.
Very good show. And this is coming from somebody that has been very hard on Monday Night Raw for a lot of my podcasting career.
Yeah.
Because it ultimately sucks.
Yeah.
But with the story that Triple H has taken over, you can clearly see that he's taken over.
Yeah.
You can clearly see that he's been left alone. I don't know. It's a great thing. Is it something to start throwing a parade over? No. Because I don't trust the old man. The old man can come back tomorrow and fucking wipe everything away. But for now, as long as we're getting good television, that's all I care about. And right now, we're getting good television. Monday Night Raw has been very good television. It's better than SmackDown. I'm not enjoying SmackDown. SmackDown is for the birds. It's very, very simple. It's like a third grader writes SmackDown, but Triple H has a little bit more of a canvas to do what he wants, man. He's got a little bit more of a canvas to go and kind of get his hands dirty and make it feel like old black and gold. And that's exactly what you're seeing. Honestly. Thank you guys for joining me on this.
Well, that was it on this podcast. Hold on.
For the super chat, brother.
All right. Now, I do have some other ones I wanted to show y'all. Captain soon. Event done with created for now. More events in WWE created out. Damien Preaker cast like Crown Jewels maybe. And he might be the heel and Drew might be the big thing. We'll have to wait and see. Now this is the I'm about to show you guys another podcaster selling off the sound off.
Fastlane, now that Shinsuke Nakamura lost 2 matches in a row to Seth Rollins, who would be next in line for the title? Now we have our answer. And so that match has been made official. We got to talk about this Raw show. Because Raw had, and has now for a few weeks, but it really was very noticeable to me, that Raw has a very different feel. Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa last week at the end of the show reunited. After talking about it for so long, we finally had a DIY reunion last week when Johnny came out to save Ciampa. They're back together. Tegan Nox was challenging for the NXT Women's Championship on the show tonight. Xia Li. When was the last time we saw Xia Li on Raw or SmackDown? She finally found her way back to the building. She got lost, but she found her way back. She actually got television. You know who else got screen time on the show tonight? It was brief. Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell. We saw a lot of faces that we are not really accustomed to seeing on the show very often. All of a sudden, they're popping up on Raw. Not only that, they have already announced a stacked card of matches for next Monday. This Friday is the season premiere of SmackDown. Next Monday is going to be the season premiere of Monday Night Raw. Well, one has, the other one has to have also. Which would make tonight's episode the season finale. But they've already announced a whole bunch of matches next week. And what was the last time that we had 4 or 5 different matches announced ahead of time, 1 week out from Monday Night? Just looking at the lineup we have next week, it's going to be Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso defending their tag team titles in a rematch from Fastlane against the Judgment Day. We've got Gunther defending the Intercontinental title against Bronson Reed. Yes, that is taking place on Raw next Monday. We also have Rhea Ripley is going to go one-on-one with Shayna Baszler. That's going to be non-title. We've got Ricochet and Shinsuke Nakamura. They're going to be going one-on-one in a Falls Count Anywhere match. And they even threw Natty against Piper Niven. 5 matches announced 1 week out from Monday Night Raw next week. And it honestly feels to me like August of last year, all over again. When Triple H took the book and Triple H really started putting his stamp on Monday Night Raw, and we started seeing faces popping up on the show that we had not seen before. There were people called up from NXT. The show just had a different feel to it. It's when I started reviewing Raw on a weekly basis. I had refused to do it up until that point. Oh, we'll wait until Sunday. And then everything seemed to change last summer, and I said, you know what? Let's give this a shot. I'm going to give this show another shot. Fresh start for Monday Night Raw. And for a while there, pretty damn good. Until it wasn't. Then they started to fall back into old habits. Funny enough, around the time a certain someone decided to show his face again. But that's what this kind of feels like. It gives me that vibe of August of 2022, where I really started to have hope for Monday Night Raw. And it feels like Triple H is starting to flex his creative muscles again. If it feels that way, it's for good reason, because he is flexing his muscles. There's a report earlier today from Mike Johnson of PWInsider.com. Mike is very reliable when it comes to things that he hears, the news that he reports, and in his audio update on PW Insider, this is what he had to say. He said there is a belief within the company that Triple H has been basically knighted by Endeavor, and that he is the one who is driving 99% of the creative going forward, not Vince McMahon. I want to show you this. There it is, right there. There's Ari Emanuel. This is my crude artwork 30 minutes before Raw went off the air tonight. So you'll have to excuse me. But there, Ari Emanuel knighting Triple H. You know, I didn't do a bad job at it. Knighting Triple H. He has been knighted by Endeavor. And Johnson said what he feels. This is his opinion.
Oh, wait. That was my phone that rang. Michael in the video.
They are going with what Triple H
Alright.
control over what we see on television. Excuse me if I take a wait to see approach, I'll believe what I see. This is a great sign. Not everything on the show is going to click right away. Johnny Gargano is not suddenly over to the mass audience. Tegan Knox is not suddenly over to the mass audience. She wrestled Becky Lynch tonight, mostly to crickets. But why would you expect anything else? What has Tegan Knox done on television? Nothing.
Exactly.
And this is the point that I've been making, especially when it comes to a lot of the women who sit in catering and they don't get opportunities to be on the main show. Maybe they'll be on main event. It's the self-fulfilling prophecy where it's like, well, they're not over. How do you get over if you're not on the show? If you're not given the chance to get over, how do you get over?
Exactly.
You've got to put them on TV. You've got to let them sink or swim. You've got to give them a chance. Let them be exposed to the audience. Let people know who they are. This is the beginning process of that. I can't tell you right now if Tegan Knox is going to go on to become a big star. I don't know. I can't tell you that Xia Li is going to be a success story on the main roster. Right now, she has been a failure, and it's not her fault. She's not being given the opportunity. So as they start to rotate more of these faces into the show, we'll see how well they do. But at least give them the chance. Triple H is willing to give them the chance. And that's the way that it should be. Otherwise, what the hell are these people doing under contract on the roster sitting in the back? But again, so long as Vince McMahon is still there, he's always going to be poking his head into things. But for now, it's nice to see Triple H getting more freedom to do his thing. The other thing I wanted to talk about before we get into the review, I don't know how many of you were paying attention to this today on social. But tomorrow is our little Tuesday night war. It's going to be NXT all loaded for bear. Head to head on USA WWE Dynamite on TBS. Dynamite is being bumped up by a day this week because of the MLB playoffs. And so
that's the second time now that my phone was ringing. I want to end the video, but I want to end my stream. But I think if I end my stream,
commercial free.
Yeah.
On TV. breaking
Ah.
news at 3:30 this afternoon. 30 minutes of edit.
Alright, hold on. Might as well just end my video. I think I made it long enough. There's NXT for 30 minutes tomorrow night.
See, tomorrow night will be commercial free. I was wondering if they were going to pull this card.
There
The
is
first 30 minutes of Title Tuesday, AEW Dynamite platforms. He has added another match. Eddie Kingston is going to wrestle into the ring. This is after his win over Shinsuke Nakamura.
might as well just end the video. I might as well just end the video until next time. Hit that like button, leave a comment, please subscribe to my channel. I'll be back with more. Thank you for watching. I might as well just end the video here. I think I made it long enough. I'll see y'all later.